there's 7 in the chat. 7's a heavenly number. Let me tell you about another number. 8. So 8 is the number of appointed times. I think it has a couple other meanings, but Yah showed me last year, especially 8 being the number of appointed times. So 8 and then 11 is always another number I pay attention to, which it's 7-11 right now, you guys. And 4 is another number because that's 4 is a factor of 8. Is that the right mathematical term? I don't know. Anyways, 4 plus 4 is 8. My address has 4 and 8s in it. Yesterday, 8 came up in my class. I was talking about Paleo Hebrew. I was talking to Forever Love on here, and the forever sign is the 8 sideways. And I don't care what the pagan meaning is. I'm just saying, you get what I mean. Happy Friday. My license plate, which I didn't even realize till just a few minutes ago, has 11 and 8 in it too. So those are just my things. 4, I should go the other way. Never mind. 4 has always been a good number too. I always liked 4. You know how you like certain numbers? I don't know why. So yeah, 8s and 11s all around for me, and you can look for your own. Hi, Robert. You can look for your own little encouragement. Come across some connections yesterday. One of them came at the end of my work day. One of them came at the end of the day yesterday, which I didn't think was going to happen. So that's just for me. But anyways, that was interesting because it did come about those there's some kind of shift, I think. It may be going into 2024. I don't know. The sun finally popped up above a weird kind of cloud horizon here. It was kind of like a foggy cloud horizon. I'm going to be kind of all over the place. I'm sorry. 1, because it's Friday and I'm happy it's Friday. 2, I don't know. I've kind of felt amongst the clarity, I felt discombobulated. So, but I wanted to talk about healings, and I have a question for you, and it's kind of a trick question. Would you rather, my kids love these would you rather videos, like would you rather eat pizza or hamburgers? And then they do an exercise or a dance with it. So would you rather have your soul completely healed or your body completely healed? And I know most of you, if not all of you, know that's not a trick question. Would you rather have your soul completely healed? That means your inner turmoils from your childhood, your inner turmoils from just life experiences, or your habits that you need to get rid of, and your struggles. Or would you rather be healed in your body? So no autoimmune issues, no headaches, or chronic anything, no fatigue. Now we know we can't have either of those or both of those right now. There's a copy here, so I'm gonna put my phone down. But at the same time, I would say we can have because we're connected. Our whole being is connected. Alright, let's just sit there. So I have found in talking to others and in my own experience, and I do have a real question at the end, you can comment or say it in the chat. I have found in other people or my own experience that healing comes from first peace, and healing comes in body and soul from peace. alone, right? And I've talked to people who needed whole body healing, like they have many different variety of issues, autoimmune, things like that. And I'll keep this person anonymous, but they did not want to be healed. They didn't say they didn't want to be healed. They said, I can't give it to God. That's what they told me. I can't give that up. I can't do it. So that's a big one. So they will never be fully healed. Now they've been healed somewhat, and we all know that healing comes from good gut health and those physical things. You are what you eat and all these different things. For me personally, I've been healing from the inside out and outside in a variety of ways. All the above, basically: food and stress relief and peace and healing from inner turmoils and things. So I would say if anyone is healed and has a whole soul, then I think their body follows. I think the body follows, obviously, what's internal. Kind of like that, out of the heart, the mouth speaks. So that's coming from inward out. But also what we bring in, like our eye gate and things, too, matters. Now, my question that's not a trick question, it's an actual question, is I've been, again, mulling over my daughter's healing. She has a lot of imbalances that I know have to be addressed, and I've always sought out for her the spiritual and the physical. Yeah, just told me one thing and get rid of, so got it. Check that. One of those things that she needs for healing that he just told me she's not gonna like it, so I'll update you on that. But I am at the point where, like I said, with all these signs and things, I want to break some cycles, some patterns of living where I keep making the same mistake, and that's insanity. I don't want to keep making the same mistakes because that doesn't bring healing. That keeps you under the curse, whatever that would be. So my answer to the trick question, and I first will say this, my answer to the trick question would be, you can't have one without the other. And I think so many, as we know, that the world doesn't want to tell us about, or it just hides it and lies, because the prince of the power of the air hides it. Our healing comes from so much more than the physical. Even though they love their psychology and stuff, it doesn't matter. Our healing comes from the inside out. So you cannot have one without the other. And I'm really seeking that out. Really, really, truly seeking that out. Because I've had instances of healing and then they go away and things like that. So I have to keep asking why. I ask God a lot. Why? I'm like a child. Like, why? But that's okay. He can handle it, as I always say. So my question for my daughter, and I know the ins and outs of deliverance. I've studied that for years. I know it well. I've prayed in those ways for my daughter for her healing. So I still have to seek out for children. What specifically maybe could you add to what I am seeking out for her, and I do have her repeat things I say, or as we pray, because she needs to take it in also. So I did see that this morning was something we prayed for healing for her for, and I really wanted to stick for her. And I was going to say something else that I forgot. It's okay. So that's about all I have. So healings. Seek out your own. I do have questions about when Jesus, Yeshua, healed people instantaneously. I don't know if there's a spiritual block, and I know I've mentioned this before on here and other chats and channels of friends. This instantaneous healing, I don't see it that often. I see it somewhat, sometimes. But that's always been an interesting point for me. And as a child and watching people, family members suffer, I always had the faith of a child to pray, but I never saw that fruit of that. So maybe I'm more childlike in that way in thinking. So I reject the premise of man-made doctrine of dispensation, that it's not the dispensation of healing. That's one reason I left the church I did, because in their constitution they blatantly and flat out said there are no more healings. People don't have that gift anymore. We are past that point. And I think that's bullshit. And I call it out that way because I think it's evil. I think it's completely wrong. That is man-made thought. So I use strong language. I'm sorry if anyone's offended, but that's okay. I don't cuss that often. Maybe I do. I don't know. So I reject that because that's not true. So let's be careful of those types of things too when we're seeking out for our own and in our own relationship with the Most High what to do. Because we're all different. We're all so unique. Our souls are so unique. And I don't care what anyone says, the psychologists and everything say, oh, this happens to many people, or this is very common. Okay, it might be. And yes, we do have some commonalities in as humans are, or as humanity is. But we are so unique and special. We are our own gems to the Most High, if you want to say that. That what He is going to show you is unique to you. It's not for anyone else. And I'm going to hold on to that because it wouldn't be a relationship otherwise with Him. So, I've gone over what I wanted to. But think about that for yourself in your own life and whatever that. It's okay. Blessings and healings and in your mind, body, and soul today.